Welcome to Reddit Reader. What sucks about being your age? Being retired. The two things that really suck are watching good friends pass away yearly, having to push through the aches and pains of old age to do the things you enjoy. But I realize that I'm luckier than many of my friends who have had hip, knee, or shoulder replacements or open heart surgery. But your second point is important to keep your mobility. My grandparents basically hung it up at 70 and sat on the porch all day every day and started really slowing down in their 80s to the point that they both needed a cane and then a walker. My grandma is still alive at 93, but lives in assisted living and sometimes struggles even with a walker. My dad just turned 70 this year, but still plays tennis 2 to 3 times a week and bocce ball twice a week, and still takes on most of the housework. When he retired at 58, he stopped moving and got bad arthritis and back pain, and had to be told at physical therapy that he has to keep moving or it'll just get worse. Mid to late 20s, feeling like I'm way behind from where I should be by now. That never goes away. Best case scenario is you become at peace with where you are in life, and between the happy moments you still fleetingly think about what could have been. No one is completely satisfied. I thought 50 was awesome. I finally had enough perspective to realize that I'd been shooting myself in the foot all my life. Being sore because I slept wrong. I'm 29. 5 couples from my friend's circle are expecting a child or recently got married. A few others have built a solid foundation in their career and are buying houses. Most of us grew up in apartment buildings, so it feels fancy to own a house at 30 where I'm from. Meanwhile, I'm currently a student and broke. It feels like everyone's so far ahead in life that they'll always be a step further, and I'll never catch up. This is why I've largely abandoned social media. Once your friends start getting married and having kids, becomes lonely. Yep, doesn't help when you move 3,000 miles and don't know anyone, especially now since I can't even socialize with new people and I've made very few legitimate friends out here. Making friends as an adult is hard. There's no obligation to spend enough time with other people to become friendly, unless you join a club, which feels lame and weird, but does actually work. Balding, back pain, bad vision. I'm 23. At 73, I am reminded daily by my body that I'm not 25 years old anymore. I'm too old to take up most action sports. The body doesn't bounce back like it used to. That shit's real. And too young to retire and just off all the time. The early 30s is that weird age where you're just old enough to be out of touch with what's cool, but not yet old enough to be fully progressed in your career, to be sitting on enough stacks to not care about that. Getting there at least. I had a coworker say he felt this way about turning 30, but then someone changed his mind by saying that he's old enough to know who he is and what he wants and needs, but still young enough to do things with his life and have fun. I don't know if this helps, I'm only 18, so I wouldn't know. This is exactly how I feel, 31. I felt so lost for the longest time trying to figure out who I was. I put myself through some shit and I have experienced a lot. Now I just do stuff I love doing and I care a lot less about what people think of me. I'm even more active than I was in my 20s. Was playing on 3 different sports teams pre-COVID, and in my 20s I was very lazy and mostly high. I know this is just my experience though, and it can be much different for others. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, and subscribe so you don't miss our next upload.